is wild. Things are getting pretty dramatic behind the scenes of this season of Southern Charm. It comes to the drama between Shep Rose and Sienna. And Sienna is here to set the record straight. Sienna took to her TikTok to tell her side of the story and to dispel what she says are all the mistruths. I haven't had the luxury or courtesy to explain my point of view, which I think is very important. And I kind of think it's time for me to talk about it. Sienna goes on to say that Shep and her did meet on Raya. And by his profile, he just seemed like a Southern boy who liked to fish. Shep messaged Sienna first, then he later followed her on IG, and that's when things kind of started to kick off. She said that when it came to her and Whitney, Sienna wasn't the first one to reach out. She explains that on a dating app, you have regular connections that you can either connect with or reject. And he wasn't even a connection of hers. He DM'd her first saying, "Hi, how are you?" In which she answered, "I'm good, how are you?" And that was the extent of it. Someone asked Sienna to show the proof, and here's the evidence that she posted on her TikTok. Sienna also went on to say that when she did make it to Charleston, she didn't even recognize Whitney and realized that was the guy that she had this conversation with. Shep was the one who brought up the fact that they connected on Raya, and Sienna calls Whitney a catfish. Sienna also clarifies that she initially denied Shep's invitation to come and visit her in Charleston, which we do know that she eventually did visit because we saw that play out on Southern Charm, and that they agreed maybe one day to meet up somewhere in the world since they both love to travel. And she said at this point in time, she had no idea that Whitney and Shep even knew each other, which is wild because I remember Sienna saying that her grandmother was a really big fan of Southern Charm. I think this means that we need to get Sienna at the reunion because I would love to hear more of her side.